All right, y'all, D-Lo for boxing. This is one of those videos where I'm going to bring back the and more part of my channel. Lane Kiffin, the coach for Ole Miss, the University of Mississippi, considered Ole Miss, returned to Neyland Stadium to face the Tennessee Volunteers for the first time since he left that job abruptly. I can't remember what year it was, I apologize, but when Lane first became a head coach in college football after leaving the NFL, he was given an opportunity to be the head coach at Tennessee. There was a lot of excitement, a lot of pride. He rejuvenated that fan base, and they actually felt like things were going to turn around and they would return to the success, or somewhere near the success they had when Fulmer was the head coach. And they were winning national championships and things of that sort, when they were forcing that in the SEC every year. So, excuse me, Lane Kiffin eventually got an offer to go to USC and took off like a thief in the night and went out there to Southern Cal to coach the Trojans. Eventually that didn't work. And let me say this. I said back then when it happened that I felt like Lane Kiffin was in the perfect job in Knoxville, that he should stay at Tennessee, and he should have told USC thank you but no thank you. But that wasn't what he did. He went out there, but I felt like the pressure to win at USC was going to be much greater, and if he didn't deliver in a short period of time, he was going to lose his job, and that's what happened. So after the USC job, I think his next job was a coordinator at Alabama, but I could be wrong. He may have went to NFL first, went back to the NFL, I'm not sure. But either way, at some point he became offense coordinator at Alabama. He left there, he went to go coach, I think it was Florida Atlantic. And then from Florida Atlantic, he got the job at Ole Miss back in the SEC. Well, they were playing the Volunteers at Neyland Stadium and it was his first time returning as a head coach of an opposing team. And what ended up happening was the game was on the line, and a Tennessee tight end got stopped short trying to pick up a first down. They upheld it on replay, and the fans went berserk. They started throwing bottles, golf balls, whatever they could get their hands on at Lane Kiffin and at the Tennessee, sideline. But ultimately, more so than anything, this wasn't just about the tight end being stopped short, because you have things like that happen, or about the ruling. You have those type things happen all the time, but it was a lot of bad blood and tension between that fan base and the fact that Lane Kiffin was returning as an opposing coach. They really wanted to see Lane Kiffin be successful in their school, and Lane left him the way he did, and it left a lot of bad blood. And from that, this is what we ended up getting. And I'm not saying the fans were right in what they done. I think they were completely wrong. And if they can identify them, those fans should never be allowed to attend another collegiate football game in their lives, because things get dangerous. We saw what happened at the Malice in the Palace, where the fans were throwing things at the Indiana Pacers players, and it resulted in melee. So, there's no place for that in sports. I understand fans being upset about bad calls, but at the worst I feel like they can do is boo. If they want to petition or they want to boycott or something like that, I can understand those type things, but you don't throw objects in which you could physically harm somebody and cause, someone to be hospitalized, or, or whatever the case. To me, that's attempted assault. So I'm not okay with that. But like I said, I just gave a little backstory on how it came to this, not in an attempt to justify, but just to paint a picture, because I know not everyone who watches this video that even cares about the story, but everyone that watches the video and cares about the story wouldn't know the whole backstory about why it was such an emotionally charged situation out there. But that's all I got on it. D-Lo 404 Boxing. Like, share, comment, subscribe. And by the way, Ole Miss did win the game. I think it was like 31-26 or something like that. It was a close game. They won. And that even added more fuel to the fire. But that's all I got on it. D-Lo 404 Boxing. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm out.